Yo, my name is Marcus Russell. This is the Marcus Russell Show. People have been saying in my comments that I've been coming off a little preachy lately in my videos and my commentaries. But what you pagans don't realize is that prayer has worked for me several times. One time, me and my friend Armando Santiago, rest in peace, we got pulled over and a car that I had just bought, and I pretty much never had a license because of child support, because I've never paid child support. And we had 10 pounds of weed in the trunk, and I was praying frantically. I was like, God, please let me get away. God, please let me get away. I had a baby at home. I had just not too long ago recently been released from prison, and it was just me and my son. My baby mama, she lived in Atlanta at the time, so if I was gone, he would have no parent. And three different police searched the trunk of the car, and for some reason, they just kept moving the big trash bag full of weed around, and it had trash and clothes, and they just kept moving around. They never found the weed. They ended up towing the car, but they let us go. And do you think that prayer only works in emergency situations? It doesn't. It actually, I know that's not true. Um, if it's for something good, you can pretty much pray for anything that you want. The Bible says that you can move a mountain. They say in the Bible, it says it with the faith of just a mustard seed. If you ask the mountain to be moved, it shall be moved. That's the quote. So since then, I pretty much prayed my way into everything that I want. You know what I'm saying? I recently have been praying after they indicted Jim Comey, former FBI director, that like I recently prayed. I wish that they would get the Bidens or the Clintons. And guess what? They're about to get the Clintons next. Hillary, you're up to bat. My name is Marcus Russell. This is the Marcus Russell Show. Make sure you tap that like and subscribe button. Yo, let's get right into the video.
Be more indictments coming over the next 3.5 years of the Trump administration. If you look at the Comey indictment, Martha, this was a grand jury indictment delivered in Alexandria, Virginia, not exactly a hotbed of Donald Trump's political support. There were three requested indictments. The grand jury returned two of those three indictments. So I think they showed they were judicious. I think that it showed clearly that there were a couple of things that James Comey did wrong.
The deep state reckoning is just beginning, with the grand jury indicting former FBI Director James Comey for lying to and obstructing Congress. The charges center around Comey's congressional testimony regarding the origins of the Russia hoax. And some believe he could face even more charges for his role in it.
Will be lucky if there is not a grand conspiracy charge brought. Comey and company and all of them got involved in the so-called Clinton plan, which, if you remember, the Clinton plan was to do what? To say that the Trump campaign was colluding with the Russians. That's like the quintessential definition of conspiracy.
This is the tip of the iceberg. He leaked classified information to create a narrative politically. I think that's a strong case. But there's so much else. Comey knew then what we all know now and ignored it. I believe he withheld exculpatory information from the court because he wanted Trump to be found guilty.
But some are defending Comey, including his former right-hand man, Andrew McCabe.
I'm not aware of Jim Comey ever authorizing some other person to leak information. That's not something I experienced personally. It's not something I saw in all the time I spent working around Jim Comey. I didn't ever see Jim Comey authorizing other people to leak information.
All right, Joey, answering a reporter's questions, a lot different than what you say to Congress when you're under oath.
Yeah, the indictment was short and sweet. So there's a lot of information that we don't have, such as what exactly they indicted him on. But, you got McCabe there saying, I don't think I ever remembered that. But it's also his testimony juxtaposed to Comey's that Ted Cruz was getting at. So I don't know much about this, and I'm not a lawyer, but I do know a big part of the government's plan, usually in things like this, is to start to get someone to tell on the other to keep themselves out of trouble. And when Vance and Trump are signaling things, and I don't think they're a part of the Justice Department's investigation here, but when many people are saying things like, I think there are more to come, I wonder if that's part of it. If the idea is to put pressure in so many places, somebody says, hey, I'll talk to get me out of this.
Yeah, the paperwork, the notes, and the personal notes, that's what I think a lot of what the FBI is in the Department of Justice is looking at, which begs the question, could Hillary Clinton be the next person indicted? During a 2016 congressional hearing, I pressed Comey on Hillary, and he denied that she ever lied to him.
Did Hillary Clinton lie under oath?
Not to the FBI, not in a case we're working.
Did you review the documents where Congressman Jim Jordan asked her specifically, and she said, quote, "There was nothing marked classified on my emails, either sent or received," end quote.
I don't remember reviewing that particular testimony. I'm aware of that being said, though.
Did the FBI investigate her statements under oath on this topic?
Not to my knowledge. I don't think there's been a referral from Congress.
Do you need a referral from Congress to investigate her statements under oath?
Sure do.
You'll have one.
Yo, you can only get away with being evil for so long. It definitely was classified information that you leaked. Also, the Russia thing was a hoax. Y'all knew it. Biden's people knew it. You blew it. Y'all blew it. I think where y'all blew it at was trying to persecute hitting Trumpito with so many charges. Y'all didn't think that he was going to be the president again. Y'all thought he was going to go to jail. And he didn't. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that Trump is a vengeful president and that he has vowed vengeance on all his naysayers to avenge the naysayers who have wronged him or had Mar-a-Lago raided or lied on his name and vowed to hold court in the streets vengefully like the Punisher. I'm not saying that because that is not in Trumpito's character at all. I don't know why they keep saying that all this stuff is retribution. This is not. This is literally the come around. You know, they say what goes around come. This is the come around. It has to come around. That's how the universe works. Now, maybe if Hillary, Comey, Letitia James, Adam Schiff, who has a falsified document case going on right now, if all them tried a little prayer right now in this emergency, the Lord might favor them. But your history of pageantry is probably going to get you shunned from the heavens also. I hate to say it. You blew it. You blew it. Democrats? Jeez Louise. Now, like I said, I pretty much have been faith in it till I make it ever since I got pulled over with Armando. And it's been working. And so, like, I would just been like, I really wish that people could be held accountable for the stuff that they do. Because I always get held accountable. I can't barely jaywalk, you know what I'm saying, without having to get, the repercussions. I can't do nothing because they say if you know that it's a sin, then you will be held accountable. The whole time I'm thinking, well, what about all these politicians that's doing all this bad stuff? They never get held accountable. Finally, is somebody going to get held accountable? I don't know. It looks like it might is about to happen. My prayers. My prayers are finally getting answered. And that's how you know God is real. My name is Marcus Russell. Tell me what you think in the comments. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Until next time, peace.